right, Bus 2, this is Brother Trevor again, back with another Sunday school lesson for you. And I do hope that you'll pay attention and learn something today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away some prizes for those of you that are watching. So I'm going to give you a word in the middle of this video, and I want you to text me that word. So maybe ask your parents if you can borrow their phone or have them text me the word, and you may be the big winner, okay? So you got to do that right away. As soon as you watch the video, go ahead and send that to me, and then I will decide those winners and give the prizes to you next week. So make sure you're paying attention. And the lesson this week is about respecting your elders. And it's very important that we learn to respect our elders. And because believe it or not, you're going to have somebody that you're going to answer to your whole life. And somebody that's over you. And so you need to be able to have respect towards those people. And right now, of course, mainly your parents. Okay, and your pastor, your teacher, and I know you guys aren't in school right now, but your teacher at school, you need to respect them, and your grandparents, whoever it may be, your elders, you need to learn to respect them. So we have a story this week about a man who didn't respect his elders, and because of that, it came back to hurt him in the end, and it made a big difference on his life. And we'll start out our story with a man named Abraham. A lot of you guys may have heard about him. And he was 75 years old, and God told him to pick up his stuff, and he told him to move. But the only problem was, God didn't tell him where he needed to move. And so Abraham, he listened, he obeyed, he packed up his stuff and got his family. And his nephew was Lot, and Lot got his family as well, and they picked up and moved. Well, these guys, they didn't just have, them and their wife and kids. They also had herds and cattle and men that worked for them and that traveled with them. So there was a pretty big group that was traveling. Well, as they traveled, God told them one day, he said, hey, this is where I want you to stop. And so sure enough, they did. They stopped and they kind of set up camp there and they started to live there. And but what happened is God blessed Abraham and he blessed Lot and he gave him a lot of different herds. And it became so much so where there was too much herds and too many animals in one place. And the men that were the herdsmen, the shepherds maybe, they started to fight amongst each other. And they started to tell Abraham, hey, Lot's men are doing this. And Lot's men would tell Lot, they would say, hey, Abraham's guys are doing this. And they didn't get along. So Abraham, he ended up saying, he said, Lot, we have to have a meeting. We need to meet together. We need to figure out how to solve this. And so sure enough, they did meet, and Abraham basically said, he said, Lot, of course I love you, you're my nephew, but we need to separate. We have too many people, too many men, too many belongings. We need to separate and take different parts of the land. And so he asked Lot, he said, Lot, where do you want to move? Where do you want to take? And he's being a servant, letting him choose. And what Lot should have answered is he should have asked Abraham. He should have said, hey, where should I move? Because Abraham was the older, the wiser man there, and his uncle, and he should have asked him. But instead, Lot just chose the best area to raise cattle, and he didn't think twice about it. He was selfish, and he chose that area. And this area that he chose was near the Jordan River. Now, for those of you that are waiting for the hint, that is the hint. Jordan River. And if you text me that, you may be the winner. But anyway, he moved near the Jordan River to a city named Sodom. And this was a problem because Sodom was a very, very wicked city. The people there didn't think about God. They didn't care about God. And they were very, very wicked. And so what God had to do is he actually ended up having to come and destroy that city of Sodom. And he had to the Bible says he sent down fire and brimstone upon that city of Sodom and Gomorrah, another city near it. And he had to destroy that, and all because of the wickedness that was there. And Lot had ended up not just moving near the city, but he had moved into the city. And so he had to flee. Him and his 2 daughters and his other family members that were there died because they were too attached to that wicked city. And Lot ended up fleeing from that wicked city and having to live in a cave. All because he made foolish decisions. He could have got counsel, he could have got advice from his uncle Abraham, but he chose just to go his own way, to make his own choices. And we do the same thing. And a lot of times we find ourselves in bad situations because we didn't get advice. We didn't get wisdom from our elders. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 20, hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. I think we all want to be wise when we get old. We all want to have that wisdom. But what we need to do is we need to start asking for wisdom from our elders. We need to have respect to them. And we need to receive that instruction with a good spirit. And I hope you listened. I hope you paid attention. I'm excited to see who the winners are. But I do miss you guys. And I hate not running the bus and singing the songs on the bus and seeing you guys and talking to you guys. And I hope that we catch you all at home this Saturday. And if not, please text me. Let me know that you watched the video. You might be the big winner. I'll see you guys next week.